Всем привет, шоу, я Falcon, и сегодня мы продолжаем проходить такую игру, как Vampyr. Но перед тем, как я начну, большая просьба поддержать этот ролик лайком или дизлайком, написать комментарий и подписаться на канал, если вы этого еще не сделали. Нажимайте на колокольчик, чтобы не пропускать новые видео, ведь это очень сильно помогает развитию канала. Также подписывайтесь на другие социальные сети нашего канала, ну и по желанию можете поддержать канал донатом. Все ссылки в описании. Сегодня я собираюсь побегать по второстепенным квестам. Может даже какие-то получится пройти. Посмотрим. А где-то уже не помню. Но побегать побегаем. Потом уже перейдем к основному заданию. Только осталось дождаться, когда же у нас загрузится. И отправиться в путь. Здесь мы остановились. Окей. Выходим из убежища. Мимо разговаривали. Побегаем. Так, там нас где-то вниз надо идти. Тут же нам показывается, по сути дела. Ну, кажется, удалю. Так. Потом, кого мы здесь еще знаем, кого не знаем. Так. Это нам еще бы жителей бы найти. Просто отправляемся в путь. Посмотрим, что из этого у нас получится. Так, дверь какая-то. Тут никого. Ладно. Идем дальше. Вообще куда-то не туда пошел по ходу дела. Да, определенно не туда, так что возвращаемся. Ну, куда-то вниз получается. От задания. Сюда я только что заходил. Путешествие продолжается. Я знаю. Так. Так. Ладно, окей, пока что. Что-то продолжается. Пока помучимся с этим заданием.
It's locked, all right.
Окей. Куда нам? Это вот сюда вот, по сути дела, должно быть. Так же. Наверное, там он, значит. Так же, там где-то как раз должен быть поход вниз. Какой-то шред. Это мы попали. А то я больше не замечал. А вот пишемо ожерелье. Так что ему он убийца, оказывается. Надо дальше. Да, конечно, все-таки его. Он еще не пошел, сейчас отдадим ожерелье Штелле. Сейчас только ее найти. Поговорим с ней.
Good evening,
А потом
Mrs.
уже и
Fishburne.
с ним.
May I come in, please?
Of course, Dr. Reid. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries
Yeah.
people most these days.
It's locked, all right.
Давайте
What can I
поговорим.
do for you, Dr. Reid?
I believe you may find this necklace of interest.
What is it? I don't understand.
It's a gift your son was hoping to give you. But I'm afraid it links him to the nearby murders.
You mean this belongs to one of his victims? Jesus.
Сюда. Шейму
I knew this
убийца,
day would come.
оказывается.
Please, Dr. Reid, accept this for your trouble and leave me be.
This day? You mean you already
И
knew?
она об этом знала.
Are you buying my silence? I will not be an accomplice in this.
No. My son's crimes distress me more than you can imagine. But I'm his mother. I love him, I do.
Пожалуйста, позже.
Your
Выясним
son's
побольше
gone way
информации.
beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Почему он признался?
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate,
Да, наверное, с ним тоже поговорим.
rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
Ну, это логично. Вы не сможете оберегать его вечно.
I understand your pain, but you cannot mother him forever.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Какими
Tell me
демонами он
about these
одержим?
demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child, and he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
Здесь поможет лишь правосудие.
There is no cure for murder, Mrs. Fishburne. Only justice.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Так. Можно с ним поговорить. Там сейчас задание выберу еще. Так. И мы вернемся в Уайтчепел. Сейчас дадим ему пару вопросиков.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
Сколько жертв на вашем счету?
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
Никакого сострадания?
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Нажат.
Did
Well,
you
that's
take
the plus.
pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Вы контролируете лявость?
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Почему вы не попросите помощи?
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight, especially about my mum.
Why
Продолжаем
is your
допрос.
mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
Перед ней тяжелый выбор.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose, but she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Да, дальнейшие побочные задания. Отправимся в Уайтчепел. Так. Тупик. Но путешествие продолжается. Закрыл шабу. Пока выходим. Больше шкалом. Сейчас быстро возберемся. И отправимся в путь. Победа за нами. Поднимаемся выше. Так, убегаем. Ну вот получится. Просто неохота с ними со всеми сражаться. Я вас сейчас не завешила. В общем, почему тупик. Так. Сражение неизбежно. А неплохо идем. И победу за нами. Так. Разберемся, куда нам идти. Вроде не туда мы пошли. Так.
I cannot enter.
Окей. А если выбрать пока другое задание? Так же. Ага, мы в ловушке. Разберемся, что наше выйдет из моей задумки. Все, понял, там же основное задание, я изначально пошел не туда. Тоже надо где-то внизу искать. Под этим, но разберемся сейчас. Вот мы в Уайтчепеле. Так. Ну, сами напустились.
I'm sure Albert would like to know he's been accepted by the Wakefield boys.
Не разберемся. И продолжим выполнять задание. Посмотрим, как нам дойти. Не сюда, точно. Так ж. Так же. Ну, уходим из Уайтчепела. Посмотрим только, как нам идти. Сбежали. Пойдем по другому пути. Что-то может быть так, что-нибудь получится у нас, а может быть и нет. Один на один. Я опытом набирался. Пожалуйста, когда не сможем выполнить? Еще один где-то. Вот где-то. Ну, кто там на меня нападает? Это вот кто. Но уже не нападает. Так же. Будем разбиваться. Что-нибудь и найдем даже. атаковать надо под компьютером. Меня тоже покушали. А еще один. Живает. Вырабатываться. Как надо установить запасы. Они могут телепортироваться, окей. Я понял. И у нас походу уже вышло. Ладно, будем заканчивать тогда. Серия получилась недолго, к сожалению. Сейчас нормально скинулась. Хотя... надо, по-моему, еще запустить. Тут все-таки без такого длинного бага. Так что, может быть, сейчас и запустится. Я очень на это надеюсь. И посмотрим хоть, насколько сильно нас остановило. Если нормально, то было бы неплохо. Загружается. Не все так плохо, что ж, погнали. Продолжать. Сначала думал, что полностью вылетело, и там будет вылет, ошибка, но, к счастью, нет. Так что подождем. Загрузится только, и можно отправляться в путь. Погнали. Так что, где мы остановились? А, так. Окей. Пойдем. Так. Не понял. А вот и шлет. Походу, сейчас пойдем, скорее всего. Не будет хорошего. Ищем шелет. С ней, конечно, поговорим. И выберем задание.
My name is Xiaoxun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoxun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Зададим ей вопрос. Узнаем новости об обмываторе.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
This part of town is very fragile. I hope the trust so many people put in her will not be betrayed.
Так, продолжаем наш расспрос.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Скорость может погубить вас.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoxun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
Почему вы видите себя?
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for
Скажем,
not
по себе
saving your
немного.
sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Uайтчепел. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Так. Так. Стало лучше и понять, куда нам.
I have this thirst for blood.
Немножко заблудились. А вот и шилет, кстати, какой-то. Так. Так.
Burn it, boys!
Co rzeczy? Подумал, не, еще не передали. Палочку удалов. Ни при чем, я думал, что может быть они как-то замешаны. И это вообще не имеет отношения к нашему ожиданию по ходу дела. Давайте немного еще поводим, если ничего не найдем, то на этом уже кончим. Мы опять не туда идем. Шкале всего. Это искать. Или что-нибудь. Там может как-то крыша связана. Почему бы и нет? Тут ничего нет. Даже до сохранения доиграем, и на этом закругляться будем. Еще поболим. Что-нибудь и найдем. А может и нет. Посмотрим. Окей. Восстанавливаемся. Да блин! А когда не ситуация не бить.
can't believe I'm doing this.
Так он в тупике небольшом. Победили. Да, так. Где он может быть? Ну, искать. Что делать-то? Ну, мы идем даже.
Despicable.
Может и нет.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel.
Ну что ж мы добрались?
By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Что-то только сейчас обожавался. Окей. Говорили, тому все время рядышком.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Он стал шкалем. Задание-то мы выполним. Аж побольше выполним. Ну, с каким трудом я его нашел, конечно. Расправился. Дневник. Понятно все. Так. Ну, видишь, тут где-то живет еще этот. Так, к нему уже идти. Займемся штырными ожиданиями. Каждый дела в Уайтчепеле доделаем. Скорее всего. По равномерном пути. Загрузится. Ну, дверь с другой стороны. По одному сюда.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Это мы пока не
I
можем
shan't
выполнить.
insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Окей, это доделаем. Сейчас Уайтчепел.
Get it! Weapons ready! With Vampyr! Take a breath of this!
Ну ладно, ребята сами напросились. Сражение продолжается. Это он.
This man stunned me with his crucifix. This is not good.
Его не пустым.
Christ, he's dead!
Так же. Ну, Уайтчепел надо. Так же. Это двух не фичали еще. Надо искать. Кого-нибудь все равно найдем. А вот как раз с ним сначала поговорим.
You are blinded by your fault!
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
That woman is as depraved as Jezebel, and she deserves the same fate.
Really? Why is that?
This woman runs no medical facility, but a temple to
Он
the
как
false
обычно.
prophets of science and debauchery. And she has many accomplices, I heard.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Зашлуша.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
С меня довольно.
I have heard enough. Goodbye. Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So,
Сейчас
are
еще
you still
зададим
lost
вопросов.
in your rational delusions?
Так. Продолжаем.
Tobias Whitaker, Confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do.
Смотрим,
I
что он
will
говорит.
smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
Ну, просто наш пышный
You're
садист.
not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to
Продолжаем
kill
разговаривать
with
с ним.
impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sect.
Понял, чем
Why
отправил
did you
его.
send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
Откройте мне больше.
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
I have heard enough
Задание
for tonight.
выполнено.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son.
Потом зачем меня рассказал, что?
Are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
Пока что продолжаем
I
вводить.
have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
The walls of your home will not
Куда нам дальше? Так.
You again? What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
She's doing good work. I saw her yesterday and told her she could call on me if she ever felt threatened. Do you know what I mean?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
Так
As
у
you
меня
wish.
нету.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Там как наверху еще, кстати, было.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to
No,
look for
Pasha.
you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay. Come on in.
I'm Harry, by the way.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
I will see you later. Have you any recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I don't believe in miracles, but it seems the epidemic has been kept at bay for a few days.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I like books.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain?
Так, продолжаем искать. Наше убежище, и на этом все.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I can't believe that people are naive enough to trust her medicine. She's just a shady nurse with good connections.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion, Dr. Reed.
Well, you're not going to get one from me. Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Ну, кто еще здесь ходил, кроме нее?
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you later. I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Ну, наш Альбертом тоже поговорить, он где-то тоже здесь, по сути дела, должен быть. Или нет?
You look and smell worse than the shit in the gutter, old man.
Sort of bloody joke to you, eh? Drugs, sick and suffering. Me,
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Black bloody heart, boy.
Keep on digging through the rubbish, that's all you're good for.
Что там? Что лучше? А тогда ты поговорим с ним.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Goodbye, young man.
Убежище. Сейчас лекарство. Да и покачаться не мешало бы.
It's locked, all right.
Где-то сохранится, и на этом все тогда. Нет, мы смогли походу попасть в убежище или нет? Куда я вообще попал? Сейчас узнаем. Так же. Надо пойти на второй этаж. Так же. Хотелось бы лучше. Да вот так вот. Так же. Так же, поверну левую руку. Так же. Давайте покачаемся, и на этом уже все. Включаем когти. Немного выносимости покачаем. Так же. И на этом все. Пока сохранение. Если говорят, что выйдем, и на этом все. Так что ждем, чтобы нормально уже выйти. Что ж, на этом все. С вами был Black Falcon. Если вам понравилось это видео, ставьте большие пальцы вверх, пишите комментарии и подписывайтесь на мой канал. Нажимайте на колокольчик, чтобы не пропускать новые видео. Ведь все это очень сильно помогает развитию канала. Также подписывайтесь на другие социальные сети нашего канала. Ну и по желанию можете поддержать канал донатом. Все ссылки в описании. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока!